Hi, Mickey. Are you experiencing any vertigo?
I guess I am feeling a little dizzy.
Oh, wow! Did you see that?
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you're thinking at this point, what have I done?
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, the newest film from acclaimed director Bong Joon-ho has finally hit cinemas after an unprecedented series of delays. But will this extended wait time be worth all of the hype? Let's find out in my review of Mickey 17. Set in the not too distant future of 2054, Earth has advanced greatly. Space travel is now commonplace, with plans to send a colony to the planet Niflheim. There are many different roles across this society, one of which being an expendable. Essentially, you will have sold your body and memories to science, and given all of the grunt tasks such as vaccine testing, and basically being treated like a glorified crash test dummy. And once you're dead, pop, they print another one of you out. In this case, we follow the story of Mickey Barnes, who is currently in his 17th print, but issues soon arise when an 18th is printed and their personalities vastly differ. After coming off of the incredible success that was Parasite, I can imagine that Bong Joon-ho was essentially just given a blank check by Warner Brothers and told, make whatever you want and we will help you with it. Bong is a very singular type of director, and that there isn't another director on the planet who could have made Mickey 17 quite in which the way that he did. And as a lover of science fiction, it is truly joyous to see an original or semi-original science fiction story be given the platform that it has by one of the major distributors. However, I'm hesitant to say that the film is any good. First and foremost, Mickey 17 is juggling a lot of different themes and ideas. The primary theme is that of capitalism. There's an authoritarian regime that has been sent off into space for the purpose of colonialism, and those who are given the deadliest of tasks, be it for scientific or military purposes, are referred to as expendables. In this case, Mickey is incredibly naive and taken clear advantage of in the fact that he's never given an opportunity to live. After the obligatory exposition is out of the way, we're soon met with a quite quirky montage of all of the graphic but wryly comic ways in which the previous versions of Mickey has perished and often just flung into a furnace, except that the film was marketed to be somewhat of a darkly comic satire, and my anticipation of this was that it would match that comedic level, but in actual fact, this montage, and as a result, much of the humor as a whole, unearths a very bleak, quite unsettling look at animal testing, something that, if you've seen Okja, one of Bong Joon-ho's other films, you'll know that he's very passionate about. So I would caution anyone who watched the trailer thinking, oh, this is going to be quite a fun little humorous science fiction comedy. It's not. And that allegory about animal testing and animal cruelty also extends to the inhabitants of this planet of Niflheim. There's a larger discussion about the dangers of colonialism. Not to mention, we also have Mark Ruffalo and his pristine veneers gawping around the place in one of the most obvious Trumpist comparisons that I have seen in a film in a long, long time. Maybe more so than The Apprentice. And that quite literally was about Donald Trump. So as you can see, there are many, many ideas being thrown around and all put inside a cooking pot. The problem is, no one ever put the gas on. So that is all that these remain. Ingredients in a pot that never assemble to become a great dish. And in turn, this results in a largely scattershot film that rarely fulfills any of the goals that it sets out to accomplish. It's never as funny as it wants to be. It's never as clever or profound as it wants to be. It's not as entertaining as it wants to be. And so as a whole, it just isn't as good as it probably should have been. One element that definitely doesn't disappoint, though, is Robert Pattinson giving not one, but two legitimately brilliant performances. As Mickey's 1 through 17, Pattinson hams up the goofy naivety, wandering around like a deer in the headlights most of the time. He's endearing and easy to root for as the lovable underdog, but as a teen, you can see that much of Mickey's repressed fear and aggression has been channeled into this incarnation, making the two, whilst visibly identical, complete total opposites. Much of the rest of the ensemble do a good job in hamming up the absurdity. Naomi Ackie is charming as the steadfast Gnasher. Mark Ruffalo, as I alluded to earlier, is chewing the scenery as a maniacal buffoon, along with Toni Collette as his clear puppet mistress and scheming spouse. But we can't help but come back to the convoluted muddle that is the story. There was so much opportunity to treat this rather simply, and yet we spend so much time on these random tangents that I don't feel added anything to the film. Such as a looming debt where Mickey and a former associate of his are on the run from, and a potential love triangle that I honestly don't think did either of the characters involved any particular favors. Whilst Mickey 17 was never at the top of my most anticipated list, I still find myself disappointed with the film. Bong Joon-ho is undeniably imaginative, and the world building is impressive, but there are so many ideas crammed into the story that are barely even touched upon, let alone examined within the film itself. A lot of the time, its messages are too heavy-handed, and so therefore I never felt as if the film successfully came together as a whole. But Robert Pattinson is remarkable as ever, and his dual performance does smooth over some of the film's more glaring cracks. Well, I'm going to give Mickey 17 a 5 out of 10. Anyway, guys, those were my thoughts on Mickey 17. Let me know, have you had a chance to see the film yet? What did you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now, my question to you, I would like to know, what is your favorite dual performance from an actor in a movie? But that's all the time we have for today, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button, and if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.